Hello there, and welcome again to podcast with myself, Gareth Wax, and Edwin Raymond here.
How you doing?
Fine, actually. I really intrigued because since you emailed me what we were going to talk about today, it's actually a topic that comes up to a lot of discussion, which is marketing mix. How do you mix the different marketing streams to get the best for your business?
And it's not just how you mix them, it's why you mix them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we tend to find is a lot of people just look at one individual strategy and expect it to work across all the boards.
And classically, they pick a strategy that means the lowest amount of contact, in actual fact, between them
and the people they're talking to.
And the very people they're trying to get in contact with. I mean, classically, they would use, say, an email strategy. So they might buy a data list who is very focused, email that list, and magically expect they'll suddenly get a whole bunch of new prospects when that has been on the way. And what's your experience with this, Edwin?
Well, we found over the years that our open rates, even with very carefully crafted content that talks to the audience, even with case studies and everything else that's relevant, great titles, we were getting about 30% open rates. And
was that, how many years ago was that?
3 years ago.
Okay.
And then we were getting great click-through rates and responses.
Now, recently, I know you've done an email marketing push, just more as a precursor to doing some telemarketing. So how did that go?
Well, that was down to about 5%, just on that one example. I think the ones we've done before was 10%.
So what we can immediately see is that if you're going to have an effective marketing strategy, email is certainly relevant, but I think it can only be there as part and parcel of the whole.
You need more. I mean, it's a new paradigm. The more you do the same thing, the less returns you're going to get over time. So you have to shift over to new ways of looking to bring in customers. So one of them, obviously, we do a lot of digital marketing, but we just don't do one form of digital marketing. We've got a marketing mix. But one of the things is, once we've got those channels in place, we always go out and touch base and actually have a conversation with the people that we want to communicate and potentially do business with.
So what marketing modes are there open to us?
Well, traditionally, we'll start off with email marketing.
Okay.
You've got content generation through blogs,
All
podcasts.
All right.
Lead nurturing, which is a way of interacting with people that you want to interact with. So that
often
could be
traditionally referred to as telemarketing, but
telemarketing,
yes, absolutely.
And then responsive emails. And then the last one will be social. And that could be LinkedIn, Facebook. Twitter is a very powerful one.
I'm always interested in hearing more about that. Would you explain to me how the social media aspect of this is so relevant now?
Well, social media is more about social proofing. I think it's about people, especially in the UK, we like to know that everyone else has done what they've done and we can copy them. Okay. So social proofing is very important, especially when you're looking to purchase from a business or even a product. So if you take Amazon, for example, Amazon is one of the biggest. It's actually becoming more searched than Google for product reviews.
That's a given, absolutely.
For example. So even if you've got a product with a great reputation, let's say even Apple or Boyce or Samsung, you name it, people will still go on Amazon to see what someone's personal experience was.
Absolutely.
And then if, let's say for example, I'm Sony, so I know that you've looked on Amazon at my TV and it's got good reviews.
Of course, and I'll be watching the way you flow.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just by monitoring the way in which sites you've actually been visiting.
So that's one way. Then, so you've got the social proofing, and then let's say I can track that. Then I can start marketing to you again, sending you emails, getting you interested. Or your business that sells televisions. That might be a way of attracting a new customer away from Amazon and giving the personal touch to that customer.
Can you briefly talk to me about reputation, though?
Well, reputation, it's all about can you be trusted? One of the things that we do in marketing is to build up that relationship of trust. So if you've already got social proof that you're actually a trusted provider of your service or product, then it makes my buying decision or your customer's buying decision a lot more easier. So I don't need to convince you about what we do. You can say, well, actually, here's 25 people that have purchased our product in the last 6 months or the last year, and this is their experience.
Okay, well, I think that's been invaluable. I've certainly learnt a lot. Thank you very much for listening, and we should be back talking with you about more marketing subjects very soon.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.